bit, I think.
Evander Holyfield, look out! He's pushed right here.
He got bit in the ear.
Oh my!
And that hurts like hell, but he certainly had a big bite. And that's a dangerous bite.
Man, what the hell is going on in Chatham County? Because a Savannah man bites off his girlfriend's ear during a bar fight. Maybe I should say ex-girlfriend at this point. Now, this is brought to you by the Georgia Gazette. Now, on January the 28th, 2023, a Savannah woman is missing a large section of her ear after a fight with her children's father outside the Avenue Bar and Grill. The first 911 call reporting a man beating on a woman outside of the bar was cleared as unfounded by Central Precinct Police. The victim called police to her home later that same morning. Now, Jerome Milton, who age was 37, was arrested several hours after the attack. Milton reportedly punched his children's mother several times in the face and bit off part of the top of her ear during the fight around 2 a.m. outside of the bar. The victim told officers the pair went to the club together but fought before they made it inside the club. Now, Milton claims that the victim accused him of hugging another woman at the bar and slapped him in the face. See? Crazy, man. Now, when the man returned to the couple's home at around 7 a.m., the victim called police. Her ear was bleeding through the bandage. Her lip was injured and bleeding, probably busted. And when officers arrived, she was taken to the hospital by ambulance, where an officer photographed her ear, which was missing a large portion. Teeth marks were evident on the remaining part of the ear. Jesus Christ, man. That's sickening right there. During his arrest, Milton suffered a panic attack and asked for EMS, saying he was having trouble breathing. Milton was arrested and cleared by emergency services. He was charged with aggravated battery and booked into the Chatham County Detention Center. Milton is due in court on March the 28th. Yeah, it's crazy, man. This has the narrative. I'm going to actually read the narrative this time. Now, on January the 28th, 2023, at 7:11 in the morning, officers responded to the 1400 block of King George Boulevard in request of Chatham County police officers dispatch. Okay, so pretty much they dispatch on the south side in Georgetown for a domestic violence call. When I arrived on the scene, now this is from the narrative of Officer Stapleton of Chatham County. He advised me that they had responded to the location after the female victim number one. If you see victim number one name a lot, we're just gonna call her Lady. Had called the police to the location for a domestic. Officer Stapleton informed me that Miss Lady and her children's father, Jerome Milton, had been at a nightclub near East 34th Street and Waters Avenue, later determined to be the Avenue Bar and Grill at 1721 Waters Avenue, where it was reported that she was assaulted and had her ear bitten by Milton. Man. Now, the lady had reported that she and Milton had driven to the club around 2 a.m. Like, I don't see why you would go to a club. I'll say that for later. And gotten into an argument that turned physical outside of the nightclub, in which Milton had punched her in the face several times and bit off her ear. She reported that this had occurred outside of the nightclub before they even made it inside the club. Sometime during the incident, the lady reported that Milton had taken her car keys and thrown them. The lady reported that during the incident, security at the location and bystanders had separated them, and police had also responded to the lady reported that she had gotten a ride to her residence in Georgetown, King George Boulevard, and arrived at approximately 4 a.m. in the morning. Advised that she was at home when Milton arrived back at the residence. She advised she was fearful of Milton and had locked herself in the bathroom when he arrived back home and called police, which is when the Chatham County Police had arrived. Oop. Now, the lady had several injuries on her person. She had bandaged her left ear with gauze which appeared to be bleeding. I also observed a swollen lower lip with the abrasion and small amount of what appeared to be blood. She also had injuries which she disclosed to Chatham County Police Officer J. Howard. Officer Howard took photographs of these injuries, which obtained and uploaded to the evidence.com. Okay. I spoke with the Chatham County paramedic who had assessed the lady's injury and was informed a portion of her upper ear was missing and appeared to have been bitten off. I was unable to see this at the time due to the bandage have already been placed over her injury. He spoke with Milton, who claimed that while they had been fighting at the nightclub, the lady had seen him hugging another female, which caused the argument. Milton reported that the lady slapped him, Mr. Milton, 3 times in the face before they were separated, and he left with an associate of his. Milton reported he came back to the residence, which is when the lady called 911, but stated nothing had happened when he got home. Milton claimed he had spoken to an officer about the incident. He was able to locate a prior dispatch call. Okay, skip that. Now, based on a statement provided and physical evidence and injury, the lady determined that Mr. Milton had to been an aggressor. He placed Milton under arrest and searched him. Incident to arrest. After Milton's arrest, he complained of having a panic attack and trouble breathing and requested EMS. EMS responded, assessed, and cleared Milton while under arrest. Milton began to tell me about injuries to his hand. I observed abrasions to his right knuckles, which later allowed me to take photographs of. So, it was nothing else after really this. He was booked and charged with aggravated battery, domestic violence. Yeah, I think his next court date is like March the 28th. But yeah, this is nuts. Like, I mean, for one, y'all went to a bar that late, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, they say y'all have kids together or a child together. You know, sometimes it's better off just to stay home. I know a lot of times people want to go out and enjoy their spouse, but getting to a club at 2 o'clock in the morning, knowing that you have less than an hour for it to be open before they close. So, I mean, it's kind of saying like it was like a spur of the moment thing, because if you really wanted to go to a bar, you'll probably get there, I mean, the latest 12 or 1, you know what I'm saying? But it seemed like they were just trying to catch a few drinks. Seems like that they had some type of probably even animosity before they even got there, because, or at least from the guy point of view, because how do you have that much anger built up inside of you to the point where you decide to take a huge chunk out of this lady's ear, from what they say, from the top of her ear? It didn't say if it was the right or the left ear. I don't know. Maybe I said it, but I didn't pay attention. But damn, like he got some chompers on you too. Mouth all ashy and dry and shit. Goodness, nasty, man. And of course, people online are making jokes and popping fun about this guy, because, I mean, it is kind of wild. I mean, I never heard nobody getting their ear bitten off besides, of course, you know, Mike Tyson. But it's crazy, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Is this guy crazy for doing this? You think he was justified? I mean, I don't think anybody would say that he's justified in biting his old lady ear off. I mean, sometimes you just gotta have some type of composure. Even though the lady slapped you 3 times in the face, you know, you could have. If I was in his shoes, if I would have got slapped after the first time, I'd be like, hey, you ain't doing that again. I ain't gonna let you slap me 2 more times in the face. And you try to slap me again, I'm holding you. I like, hey, calm down, chill, you know, like, cause I ain't getting hit like that. I mean, at that point, you have a right to defend yourself, but most men wouldn't try to go that far as to take a huge chunk out of somebody's ear, you know. I think he was hungry too. You know, ain't nothing be open that late. Unless you go in the cookout. Cookout be open. I think cookout be open till about 3 or 4, something like that. I don't know. Maybe he was hungry. But that's all the crazy ass news for today. Any other news topics, I'll let y'all know as well. Keep you up to date. Take care of yourself. Don't bite people's ears.